All right. So starting out this week, even though we got our 2 stars, we like kind of I think feel as a group that we're a little behind. We're a little pressed to like make up some time. So we started today kind of with a nice little sprint. I feel like we're all working hard. So our plan this week is to I don't know, make up for last time. Do like bang it out. So we have over here, you can see my mouse. We've kind of taken the wireframe and broken down the components into the biggest, sections, and then assigned them to each other. Like we have assigned ones that we are going to be working on, even though we realize that the smaller components, like, because of the way our application is, it's a reminder app, there will be going to be components that will be used in multiple, smaller sections that are going to be reused. So we know that we'll have to work together on those. So that's that. Our Trello, as usual, super extensive. This is currently what we're working on. This is what we need to do. We have them broken out into lists, I think, and time frames on pretty much, I think, all of them. So that's that. That's our extensive plan. Things that we see being a challenge. Our scheduler is behind schedule. So I liked it, Katie. I like the pun. So tomorrow morning we're gonna make a decision on whether we like kind of scrap that as far as like the scope goes, and Katie then will redistribute her time on other components to help get stuff done, and then we'll refocus our attention on it. And we would really still like, even if we end up kind of scrapping it from the scope of this week, we'd still like to get it done. We just we know that maybe we can't spend the time on it that we want to this week. So what else did I miss anything? I think that's kind of it.
Your plans on on your responsiveness, where are you with that?
Oh, we are going to deal with it on like the component basis, and just do it by like the percentages on the CSS kind of stuff. Does that make sense? Does that answer? Yeah.
Mm-hmm. No, but it yeah, that makes sense from a bonus design perspective, sure. But as that plays into your entire layout with the components rendered, that's going to be the consideration for Friday, that this is going to be completely responsive, and not just the components themselves, because I mean, whatever is going to be housing the components goes without saying that they would also have to be responsive. But
right.
do you feel confident that that's going to work for you before Friday?
Yeah, I think so. I think that we have discussed a plan on that, and I think we're all okay with where we're headed, like moving things around as needed for the scaling of the screen. Yeah.
Okay. Next question I have is in regards to the API endpoints that you have right now. So aside from your reminders, what else are you working on with the APIs, the endpoints that you're going to be using?
We have to be able to manage users and organizations and countries. So it's like basic CRUD functions on all of those tables, because obviously you're going to want to update, remove, delete, all of those things.
But I mean, I'm saying, like, do you have a document somewhere where those APIs need to be like addressed in the next couple of days? Because that's gonna be part of the.
Oh yeah, like in our Trello board.
Yeah.
Like,
can I see them? Can I see the API points that you're gonna have to?
Let me see one that I know that is spelled out.
The endpoints are probably all in the done cards, because I only kept the front end list for the doing.
Okay.
Okay, great. So then what are you missing then? Because it looked like these are all scratched off.
We're missing the ones for the scheduler, the ones for Twilio that I just did the back end today. That was for the number. Like, remember last week we couldn't send you a text,
Yeah.
so I just did that one today. So that will now need to be. I'm working on connecting that to the front end, and then we just realized today we have a little bit of a database table problem that we're going to need to create. We're going to create it tonight, a many-to-many relationship.
For what specifically? What is the table?
Our users and our groups IDs need to, like the way we have it now, users doesn't have a group ID, and we were trying to pull it by org, but it won't work. And that is just something that we didn't realize until I was trying to write the front end for grabbing users by group and realized that it was missing.
Do you have a unique user ID, like
Yes.
as a primary key for the groups?
Yes.
Okay. And you're just having trouble trying to get that to talk to as a foreign key, I guess, is the problem?
Yeah,
Okay.
because we currently don't have it set up in like a foreign key table with.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I will say this. I think that it's going to be a lot more useful to you. I think that, where do I, the cello strategy that you have is, it's very good and it's very succinct, but I think that you're doing yourselves a disservice if you don't have at least a central card that just has a checklist of the API endpoints that you need to finish, rather than having them all separate in different
Okay.
cards and different user stories. And it's not my call, but I'm just saying that I've seen how this is successful for a lot of groups, and I think that it would be a lot more helpful if you just somebody just had a list of just, okay, I'm done with this endpoint. Like, what else do we need? As you're moving your mouth, you're telling me about it, that you have this card functionality on this and that or whatever, but there's no like card of truth, as it were. So you don't have to do that, but I think that it's going to be a lot better for you, just in terms of just looking at it objectively, in the sense of what Trello is good for,
Sure.
what's kind of what's the new age term for cello systems, the Kanban. Yes, thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay, great. And the last concern that I have is, y'all got to make up your mind on what you're doing with the reminders, like within the next 12 hours. That's not a suggestion. That's just like, as James, as your project manager, and me as a section lead, I got to see something within the foreseeable future about how you're going to do the reminders. I know that Katie was meditating on something over the weekend. I know she put a lot of work into it, and I don't want you just have to just say, well, I ran out of time and I'm just going to have to scrap it, because I don't want to see that work that you put into it just go out the window. But we gotta have something in place, because that's a core functionality that if we don't have something to present for that in the next 3-4 days, it's not going to pass. And if it's not something that you can wrap your fingers around by some point tomorrow, then you're just putting yourself in a really bad situation. So I'm gonna have to try to get. I need some sort of indication from somebody in the group tomorrow about that you have this. I don't need to see that it's completely done. It's all, it's giving reminders. It's fully functioning. But I need to see that you have something better than just kind of like, yeah, we're getting around to it, or we're trying to work it out, or whatever. I need to see some definitive, like, tangible thing that I could open up in a browser, that, again, it's deployed. It doesn't have to be 100% functional, but it's got to be more than where it is now. And I know that's a big part of this functionality. So I need to stress again that this is not something that, I need to have everything done, but I'm not exactly inspired with confidence about how that's going to work. so far. I mean, unless you have something else that you want to talk about it about that, if somebody wants to touch on that.
I mean, I think I'll be able to give that to you tomorrow. I have Python working within the Node.js app. I have it doing something on a schedule.
Okay.
So I know that the functionality will work. Now I am working on writing the logic and having it connect with the Twilio API.
Okay.
So I think by tomorrow morning, I will have something more concrete to share.
Okay, fair enough then. And let's just say let's say tomorrow after lunch. Let's just as a group of I'll check in with everybody and we'll see where you are. I don't mean to. I hope it doesn't come off as I'm rolling up sleeves here and huffing and puffing about it. But I'm just saying for the success of this project, I know that's going to be paramount to how this week is going to go, because everything else I feel great about it. I feel like this is going really, really well. It's just that one little thing that's made me a little bit nervous. So let's talk tomorrow after lunch and, just see where we are with that. And other than that, I think that you're looking great. I think that also the focus on the user stories is what separates this group from every other group that I have to work with throughout the week. You're the only group that I look at what you're doing and you're focused on the user story as what's driving how you conduct your development and your construction for this. And I think that that's the strongest suit of this team, is that it's so dialed into the A and B of how somebody uses this, rather than this is the functionality that we need and just build it. Here's a blueprint for it. You spend a lot of time considering the people that are going to be using this. And I think that that's by far the strongest suit out of every group I work in. I want you to know, I really I'm blown away by how well that you've managed that. And it's something, it's kind of inspiring. I wish that I paid more attention to that approach in solving these sort of problems. So I just have been meaning to tell you that for a while. And I feel like it's just now occurring to me as I look at how you organize this and how you're approaching this, just staring at the cello. So with that said, I don't have anything else to add. Does anybody have any questions for me?
I don't think so. Thank you.
Okay, great, wonderful. Well, thank you, Rachel, for presenting. That was terrific. And with that, I'll let you get back to it, and I'll talk to you tomorrow after lunch. Sound good?
Right. Yep, sounds good. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful day.